Hey there, my friends. Man, oh man, I have missed you guys, and I hope that all of you are getting set for a sweet holiday season. You know, we're really in the midst of it now, aren't we? We are at winter solstice today. It's December the 21st, and that means a little sip of water. And that means that the days from now on will start getting longer. And that's always so encouraging, isn't it? To know that the sun is coming back to the earth after being away for so long. If you guys are ever just interested in the whole pagan history of winter solstice, to me it's just amazing, and it's astounding that so much of our our holiday traditions are based in primal people, pagans, and those Native American kind of those earth tribes, that are so in tune with spirit and soil and sun and sky, that all of our Christmas stuff is really pulled from those cultures. It's just so beautiful, you guys. It's so wonderful how we are all very, very interconnected. And, sometimes we don't see that, but we are. And we should always keep that in mind, that, there should be no division, only interconnectedness, my friends. All right, we are going to sit here and make some chippies today, which is one of our favorite things to do. It's one of my favorite things to do. So let's just kind of sit back and you get your chippy kit out, and I've got some little chippy bits that I'm going to work with as well. I wanted to just bring your attention to a thing. I am clutter busting right now because Chris has redone my whole studio while I was away, and I'm emptying out boxes because he bought me one of those super cool organizational rolling cart things, you guys, and it's got, I don't know how many drawers in it. It's a lot of drawers. So I'm just cleaning some boxes, some of my organizational boxes out, and my intent is to put them put my items in that organizational cart. So I ran across these things. I mean, this is the top of a paper pad, right? But if you look, that's just such a super cool border. And I thought, well, I can use these with my chippy, my chippies this morning. We aren't going to sit here a real long time because Miss Tammy is still feeling really tired and under the weather, but I am, it was my intent this morning to take a bath and put on real clothes and do some chippies for you guys. So that's what we're going to do. And it was my segment intention. I've been doing a lot of segment intending lately. If you don't know what that is, then you can Google Abraham's segment intending, and you can kind of get the scoop on Abe's segment intending, which I really do love. Okay, all right, let's just start. And I think that I am going to you guys have seen my chippy kit. And, of course, my beautiful Dick Blick glue stick from Miss M. Thank you, Miss M. I also just have some stuff cut out of a magazine, You know how it is with your chippy kit, right? It's like, oh, that's a little bit, and, it's kind of like quilting, you bring things together and then you make a whole, and it just looks so super cool because just like we were talking a minute ago about, you know, we're all interconnected, right? And so even, you know, when you're doing something like this, you can start to layer things on, and then you kind of start remembering the interconnectedness of even things like your, you know, like your craft paper and stuff. We're all the same. And, you know, for us to try and not be the same is kind of sad to me. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Oh, I have some of these, which I think will look really super cool here. I think these are from a 1969 calendar, maybe, that my friend Anne gave me. She has some of the coolest stuff. And she'll message me every once in a while, and she'll go, I get a package for you. And I'm like, ooh, it's so cool. Also, thanks to you guys who sent packages. While I was gone, I haven't opened anything yet. I'm very excited to have beautiful things to open. Thank you guys so much. And I'm going to try and get to that. I can work in very like short bursts of time, and then I need to go and just kind of sit down and chill for a minute. I've never had the flu, so this has been a, you know, it's kind of a big learning experience, because this is all new to me. I've never been sick like this, and it's I don't ever want to be sick like this again. It's not fun, and I'm sorry for those of you who have the flu right now. It suckity sucks, as my sister would say. All right, I really do like that. I'm thinking about, you know, we've got our little words in a packet like this. Let's see if we can, you know, I'd like to find something that says time. Let's see what we have here. Oh, wouldn't you know it. What are you guys up to? Tell me what you're up to. Tell me how you're feeling. Certainly hope none of you have come down with this. I'm just so shocked that I did. Generally, I don't ever have anything. And unfortunately, over the past few months, I've had a tooth infection, a urinary tract infection, and now I got the flu. It's not make one feel so great. But hey, you know, even that, there's a lot to be grateful for, because I don't, you know, I'm not in the hospital. I got back from my sister's house, which I was really, really happy to, goodness me, get back home. That was a scary trip. Now, I have to point out that when I was on the plane, I was, you know, I wasn't coughing. So I wasn't contagious, but I was really lucky because, honestly, you know how crowded planes are this time of year, but the plane was not crowded. There was no one sitting behind me, and there was a guy sitting in the aisle seat, and then the seat between us was, no one was sitting there. It was vacant. So I thought, wow, you know, I'm so glad that I'm, you know, how sometimes you get on an airplane and you're just squished. So I wasn't squished, and I was really happy about that. Let's see. obviously I'm making these very kind of uncomplicated. I had a nice time when I was at my sister's house. It's very pretty there. And I did get a lot of journal making done before I came down with the creep and crud. I was very happy to get some things done. Speaking of journals, I'm hoping that, you know, during one of my increments today, I can start putting the finishing touches on several little journals that I've made. And, you know, saying little journals is, you know how that is. They're not that little. They're not that little. But hopefully I can kind of, you know, plan to stay vertical for a little bit and get some things finished. The vertical, I'm vertically challenged right now, and food challenged. Nothing is good, and my stomach growls all the time. But it's like food is, yeah, you know, I've done the soup thing. Chris was great. He went to the store and got me all kinds of soups. And Chris says I need a hamburger and some French fries. I don't eat things like that, but you know, I'm beginning to think, well, you know, maybe I should give it a go. Maybe I should. Who knows? I think this is an ATC, my friends, 2.5 by 3.5. I just picked that up out of the stack over here. It feels real good just to kind of sit and chat with y'all and do something. I've been really enjoying my Libby app. I have to tell you about a couple things that I found on my Libby app. I absolutely love the Maisie Dobbs books. I think they're by Jennifer Winspear. Oh my goodness, you guys. So Maisie is a former Army nurse, British Army nurse, who is now a detective. And oh my goodness, the first one I read was set in 1931. The one I'm currently reading was set in 1939, right at the beginning of World War II. I cannot say enough about them. I love them. It was like, you know, it's like finding Inspector Poirot all those many, many, many years ago. Highly recommend it. I also read the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. Oh my gosh. It was such a good book. Especially the end, which I listened to probably at least 3 or 4 times because it was so funny. I didn't choose a word here. See if we can find something we like. I want to do like this. I've been including some of these in the And some of the journals that I've been making, I think that was in maybe the next to last batch I did. I can't remember. But these are fun. They're just stamped, you know, I take a small piece of paper and just stamp some images on it, and just gives you something small to play with, you know, in a chippy capacity there. Let's see. I like the word found. There we go. All right, let's do a few more. I'm kind of digging this girl, so I think we will. I kind of like her too. We can do that. Oh, this is just going to be a really easy one. I think I'm going to use the word live out loud up here. And I'll just let that one go like that. Don't you love it when it just kind of drops together and it's like, yay! I did one in less than like 30 seconds. That's when they're the mostest fun, right? I'm going to take some... these are just magazine pages. We're just going to layer on some colors. And I want kind of blue-ish colors. We'll see if I can run across anything that's blue-ish right here. Hoorah! Hey, hey, hey! Who was it that said that? Hey, hey, hey! It's Fat Albert, Fat Albert, and the Cosby Kids. Good grief, I haven't thought about that in forever. Do a little trim in here. This is one of Leanne's bioluminescent life stamps. And a perfect little thing. Stamps are great on Chippies, you guys, and as part of a art trading cards, you know, anything like that. All right, I think let's, you know, kind of look at these little border strips. Color kind of just went perfect right there. Thinking about something here. Hey, look. Oh my goodness, that's perfect. Right there. Okay. How fun is that? That one's fun. Okay. I've got all this left over. Let's put this here. And Blue is so pretty, isn't it? Never discount a magazine, friends. It's always got something good going on. Those colors are pretty together. Let's see if we can find a little focal-y thing going on. You always know when you got it, don't you? Can't spend too much time on that though, right? Just have to, you know, if you're spending too much time on it, you just need to move on to, or that's my little philosophy. Oh, this is cool. I just ran across the words that say the spirit of travel. Put yourself together, a chippy box. You know, put it together and put it on the table, and then when, you know, when the kids come over or folks come over, it gives everybody, you know, an opportunity to be creative and give everybody a glue stick and say go to town. And I can't really say enough, you know, kind of fun things about the chippy life. Because it's just fun, right? It's fun to create small pieces of art. And there's a lot of things you can do with them. You can use them in your journals. You can give them away as Happy Mail gifts. You can put double stick tape on them and use them as unique stickers. I would trim that off, but I kind of really like the way that rough, you know, rough thing looks right there. Okay. I have some fabric that I wanted to use. You guys, when you're doing this slick part, this is the back of a paper pad, and this is that slick white packaging, and this is the cardboard crafty side of it. It's easier to use the cardboard crafty side of this paper, especially if you're using magazine images, because they slide. The magazine images slip and slide too much. Excuse me, friends. I also really like this craft color here. I'm not going to cover that up. I'm just going to leave this very rough. I'm cutting the word essentials from the selvage part of some fabric. I love this. It's very sparse. It's very neat looking, very organic. Isn't that a pretty blue? Fits great right here. And selvage just always has some real rich goodness to it. I know you don't throw it away. You're like me. You know, if you're looking for an icebreaker, do the chippy thing, you know. Put all that stuff on the table and just let people go for it. And it's a conversation starter. Looking for word. I don't exactly like that. I know it was it, but that's not it. You always know when it's it, don't you? There we go. All right, guys, I'm going to stop right there. And let's just review what we got done. And we have made this little card that's a sister. Now, we did use fabric from the selvage section of a piece of fabric. This one says essential photograph, the spirit of travel, bioluminescent life, live out loud, found your enthusiasm, family, and time. I hope you guys really enjoyed hanging out and making some chippies today. Remember, this really is a great icebreaker. Do a pile of chippies on a table, give everybody a glue stick and some 3.5 by 2.5 cards, art trading cards, and let everybody just have a creative Christmas. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. I hope I will see you soon. Take care.